Imagine a world with one champion per division, a single ranking everyone respects, and $1 billion budget for dream fights we've only posted about in the comments section. Today, UFC Kingpin, Dana White, and Saudi power broker Turki Alalshikh says they can make it real with a brand new league called TKO Boxing. Fans are hype, haters are loud, and the four sanctioning bodies are sweating. Stick around for the next 30 or so minutes. We're pulling every public fact, the juiciest rumours into the ring to see if TKO is a revolution or a pipe dream. Alright guys, quick tale of the tape for our main characters. Dana White, loud, brash, turned the UFC from bankruptcy to a $12 billion monster. Love him or hate him, he gets the fights made. Turki Alalshikh, chairman of the Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority. He's the man writing the 9-figure checks for Fury Ngannou, AJ Ngannou, and basically every single Riyadh season card. Together, they've parked their tanks on the boxing's lawn and said, we'll take it from here. Why does boxing even need saving? 4 letters: WBC, WBA, IBF, and IBO. Multiple belts, mandatory challenges who weren't even mandatoried. Champions in recess, interim, silver, regular, fans are exhausted. Promoters and networks fight harder than the fighters. The results? We get Mayweather-Pacquiao, 6 years too late. And only because Saudi money smooths it all over. On March 5th, 2025, at the Wynn in Vegas, Dana, Turki, and TKO Group CEO Nick Khan signed what they called a multi-year strategic venture. Press release bingo aside, 3 nuggets jumped off the page. 1, the Saudi financing, rumoured at $12 billion. That's 8 times the UFC sale price. Number 2, there's a bit of a white label production by UFC Fight Pass crews. Now that translates to the pay-per-view look and feel, but boxing in the cage? No. It's a traditional ring, just with the UFC cameras and that pacing that they're famous for. 3, a calendar. 12 league shows per year, plus 2 mega cards. First mega card already penciled in for Vegas, Canelo Alvarez vs Terence Crawford, September 12th. Mexican Independence Weekend, and if that sticks, that's the most bankable pay-per-view main event card since Mayweather-Pacquiao. Structure-wise, fighters sign exclusive multi-fight deals, think UFC contracts, but with boxing purse numbers. Now, they fight up the ladder, champs defend 3 times a year, then fight a super fight, simple on paper, savage in practice. That's the press release reality. Now let's open the group chat conspiracy boards and have a look at what we're looking at here. Some rumours are the pay scale. So apparently there's going to be a base of $20,000 for an unranked fighter in a 10-round bout. With that increases based on the ranking and the championship status. Ranked fighters, 5 to 10, earn $50,000, while those ranked 3 to 4 receive $125,000 per fight. Now, fighters challenging for a title earn $375,000, whilst the defending champions receive $750,000. ESPN Plus is obvious, but Showtime's boxing exit left a hungry production crews. Amazon has just dropped $100 million in PBC. Some insiders say Turkey wants a free global YouTube stream for the first year, and that would absolutely nuke the old model. Now, the status of this one is speculative, and I just want to have a few notes. No public announcement of YouTube free model exists yet. UFC existing ESPN Plus deal runs it through 2026, and TKO's incoming broadcast strategy is still in negotiations. Now, this one I find particularly interesting, the Ring Magazine belt. Now, there's talk of licensing the Ring lineal title, so history feels legitimate. Then overlaying the fresh TKO belt, so it's not just a Saudi strap. Now again, status is the rumors. It's rumors, but it's plausible. Notes. Ring Magazine confirms discussions with the TKO Boxing about licensing their championship designation, but no deal is signed yet. Talent poaching, tweets hint at heavyweight Alexander Usyk finishing his mandatory and then jumping to Alex Pereira, yes, the UFC light heavyweight champion, teasing his boxing debut versus Usyk if the money is right. Now, status, this is partially confirmed from Pereira's side, but from Usyk, nothing yet. Pereira has publicly expressed the excitement about TKO delivering an Usyk fight. Usyk, no direct statements, only social media call-outs, insider whispers at this point. Now, the sanctioning bodies and that counterpunch. One WBC board member reportedly drafted a rule. Any boxer joining TKO loses their WBC rankings. That's nuclear war territory. Legal teams are sharpening their knives, getting ready to rumble. Now, this status is alleged. A report surfaced that a WBC board member drafted this restrictive rule, but WBC president Mr. Suleiman publicly downplayed any threat, saying TKO isn't of any concern and that existing bodies aren't planning any bans. Every hot rumour remains largely unverified until TKO issues its official fighter contracts, media rights and those details, and all their sanctioning agreements. So we're just going to mark these as rumours now and reported until we get some more solid details. Let's have a look at some pros and cons. Pro, unified rankings. No more alphabet soup. Con, the alphabet soup will boil back. Parallel belts confuse casual. Pro, Saudi war chest. Early career fighters finally paid like NFL stars. Con, sports washing accusations could scare sponsors. Pro, UFC-styled storytelling, embedded vlogs, countdown shows. Con, UFC-style fighter leverage. Some boxers fear to lose their freedom. Pro, guaranteed super fights. Canelo Crawford, Fury Joshua, Inoue Tank. Con, pay-per-view overloads. Fans already are buying the UFC, WWE, PFL on Netflix cards. Too much money. I'll be honest, I've got mixed feelings here. As a fan, there's a part of me that can't wait for those dream matchups. We've begged for these in the comment threads, everywhere. Canelo vs Crawford, Fury AJ, it's finally happening under one roof. But there's another part of me that recoils. It recoils at the thought that boxing is becoming a total monopoly, and that's something that doesn't sit well with me. There's something deeply unappetizing about that single entity holding all the cards, deciding who fights, who, when, on what terms. Imagine the battle lines being drawn so sharply that your favourite contender potentially gets shut out because they don't play by their rules. Now, we've seen it before with sanctioning bodies abusing their power, like mandatories being ignored, belts stripped, big fights delayed because of the politics. That frustration has opened the door for a powerhouse like TKO and these other promoters and Turki Alalshikh and Dana White to enter the boxing game and potentially take it over. But remember, every revolution comes with its own set of overlords. His Excellency Turki Alalshikh has shown what deep pockets can do and what they can accomplish. Just look at the Riyadh season spectacles. And yes, it's more glitz and the big money showdowns, yet if Dana White's UFC playbook teaches us anything, is that the monopolies can turn from champion makers into gatekeepers. So I'm a little bit torn. Do I embrace the streamlined path to my dream fights, or do I guard against it, trading one frustrating system for potentially another one? I'd like to know your thoughts. Is it TKO the cure that boxing desperately needs? Or is it another kind of chokehold? Here's the roadmap that the insiders whisper about. In 2025, in the fourth quarter, it was rumoured that there's going to be a big Riyadh season card that's going to be promoted by Dana White, TKO Boxing, potentially Crawford and Canelo. But this has now been confirmed to be promoted by Seller. Right? In 2026, there's a potential and rumours that the regional leagues in Asia, in Europe, feeding champions to the World Finals weekend. Think Champions League, but with uppercuts. Sanctioning bodies play. Either they sue or they license. Money usually beats pride, but pride runs hilarious. Cease and desist first. Watch for the WBO. They're historically the most flexible. And the key domino. If Canelo actually vacates the WBC to hold on to the first TKO belt, well, that's when the floodgates open. No Canelo, this thing potentially limps. So, can Dana and Turkey knock out boxing's old regime? Or will the sanctioning bodies pull off a late round rally? I want you guys to comment below. And if you have learned something or you did enjoy this, feel free to like, subscribe, and let's get the talk going. Is TKO good for boxing, the cure, or the new curse? I'm Guy McKinnon. This is Still Boxing, and until next time.
Thank you for listening. If you liked this episode, please subscribe to the channel for future content.